Hi there, this is my random recipes. I'm Lisa. Welcome to my channel. Today's recipe is kind of different. Quite a while back, I made a recipe called Amish friendship cake. However, I came to realize it wasn't really an Amish style friendship cake, so I just called mine friendship cake. I also made a recipe called Grandma Ann's applesauce fruitcake. Part of the recipe for the friendship cake was to create a starter made with canned fruits to use in the cake. Later on, when I made Grandma Ann's applesauce fruitcake, I used some of the starter there as well. The one thing I don't like about fruitcakes is the petrified fruits that you use in them, stuff that you buy at the store. To me, they're just nasty. The friendship cake is the one fruitcake I like because you make your own candied fruit and don't use the stuff from the store. So when I made Grandma Ann's applesauce fruitcake, I used more of my candied fruit. Now, today's recipe is cookies, but it also calls for candied fruit. And instead of using the icky stuff from the store, I'm going to use more of my homemade candied fruit. My candied fruit starter has been percolating away in my kitchen for about a year now. I'm really curious about how it's going to work in today's cookies. Today's recipe is a bit of an experiment. Come along with me, let's get to work. Let's make some cookies. Turn my camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Today's recipe uses 1 cup of powdered sugar and a cup of shortening. You can use softened butter if you prefer. I chose to go with the shortening. We're going to cream together the shortening and the sugar. I'm going to kind of go easy on this because I don't want the powdered sugar to poof up in my face. Start off kind of slow. All right. I think we're good enough. I'm going to add in 1 egg. That should make it even creamier. It's coming together nicely. We're going to set this aside, and then we're going to work on our dry ingredients. This is 2 1/4 cups of flour. We're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. Just give that a little stir. And then we're going to put in 1/2 cup of pecans, chopped pecans. By putting the pecans in with the flour, they'll stay more suspended in the cookies instead of sinking to the bottom of each of the cookies. Add a little bit at a time. All right, just some more. It's getting a little bit stiff, but we still have to add the fruit. I'm going to put the rest of the flour in first. We'll mix it in a little bit. I have a feeling it's not going to want to be fully incorporated because it's kind of dry right now. I think we're to the point where we're going to have to add the fruit. This is the candied fruit that I made. It's been sitting in my house literally for about a year now, and it has gelled. It's actually kind of gotten gelatinous. I'll show you my jar. So this is a 1 gallon jar. It's a glass jar. And I use a coffee filter that's held on with a rubber band to keep it closed. The reason you use a coffee filter is you want it to be able to vent a little bit, but you don't want obviously anything getting into it. This is what's left over after I've taken out what I'm going to be using today. We're supposed to use 1/2 cup of candied fruit and a cup of whole candied cherries. So combined, that'd be 1.5 cups. That's what this is. All right, so I'm going to put this into the flour. Just in she goes. This is going to be interesting. I think I'm going to use my hands so I can make sure things get mixed in. Make sure I get the flour fully incorporated. Now my candied fruit is probably a little moister than the stuff in the stores. Theirs doesn't have the jellied texture to it. Now, these are supposed to be refrigerator cookies, but with this being as moist as it is, I don't know that I'm going to be able to roll them because they're supposed to divide the dough in halves, shape each half into a roll 1.5 inches in diameter, wrap and refrigerate for at least 4 hours. I can do the refrigeration part of it, which will probably make it firmer, but I don't see me being able to roll these into tubes. It's just much wetter than And I think they were intended to be because of the kind of fruit that I used, but I think we can make it work. I am going to cover this. I am going to put it in the fridge. It's going to be refrigerated for 4 hours, and after that, we'll come back. So I am back. My cookie dough has been resting in the refrigerator for 4 hours. I'll uncover my cookie dough, and I'll show you what I've got. This is my cookie dough. I think we're going to be doing drop cookies. It was supposed to be, I mean, it's refrigerator dough, but I don't think it's going to be firm enough to roll and slice. It's firmed up quite a bit, but not enough to do that. So I've got my cookie sheet here, and a pinkish cast to it. It's from all of the Candied Fruit starter. They have a nice texture to them now. They were pretty soft there before they went in the fridge. You can see bits of fruit there. There's apricots. There's, let's see what else. There's pineapple. There's maraschino cherries. You have pecans in there. My phone turned off for a moment. So I have my cookies all portioned out. I'll show you what I've got. This is the second tray. I went ahead and put in an extra row here. So I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 30 cookies on this tray. I've got 26 on the other tray. They get baked at 375 degrees for about 8 minutes or until they are set. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this. I'll be back when the cookies are done. I am back. Cookies are done. I have them all sitting out here, and I will reveal them to you here in just a second. Okay, this is batch number 1. And this is batch number 2. They have kind of a rosy glow to them. You can see bits of the fruit. I'm going to do milk and cookies today. Okay, so let's pick this one. I like a nice big chunk of fruit there. But want a nice big pecan here. So we did get a 56 altogether. I see brown on the bottom. They're kind of pale colored. They did take quite a bit longer to bake than the instructions said. It said 8 minutes. I kept them in actually about 14 minutes. I just kept checking them. I checked them at 8 minutes. I gave them another 4. Then I gave them 2 more, and so that was 14 minutes each. Let's go ahead and give this a try. Okay, so from batch number 1, try it without the milk. They're kind of fluffy, soft. I didn't get any fruit in that one, but there's kind of a fruity kind of taste to them all. Let's go with the dunk. This one doesn't really have chunks of fruit in it. There's kind of a slight cherry flavor to them. Make sure I get a piece of fruit this time. Still warm. It's pleasant. Go for a dunk. These are nice. I like them. These are good. I wasn't sure how they would turn out with my Candied Fruit starter. I wasn't sure how that was going to work out. It seems to have worked out pretty well. Other than the fact that the starter was hanging out in my kitchen for quite a while, about a year. I figured this recipe would go together pretty quickly and easily, except for the starter, which I just had to scoop some out. I've had it sitting around for a year, a jellied kind of consistency to it. I kept seeing the jar of the candied fruit sitting in my kitchen, knowing that I was going to be using it for a recipe sometime in the future. I was really curious about how it was going to work out. Well, today my curiosity has been satisfied. This looks like kind of an old-fashioned recipe. Well, my next recipe will also be kind of an old-timey recipe. Please come back for that. I'll also include a link to the friendship cake and to Grandma Ann's applesauce fruit cake in the comments in case you would like to know more about the starter. If you have any questions or other feedback from me, please feel free to reach out to me in the comments. I really do love hearing from you. Interacting with you just makes it just that much more fun. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. It helps my channel to continue to grow. Thank you for joining me on my adventure as I explore the great big wide world of cookies. See you again next time. Bye.